Hi guys, Holly here from Squad Gym. Today I want to share with you three tips. Three tips to help you increase your bench press, increase your strength, increase your muscularity. Now when it comes to the bench press, I would say it's a real mad thing, to go to the bench and obviously like bench a lot of weight, and then it makes you feel really strong, really jacked, really confident about yourself. Now if your bench press has been stalling for a couple of months, years, you've been going to the gym and you see that your bench press is not progressing, you probably need to rethink about it and really look into it, break it down, what is going wrong where. So today I'm going to walk you through three simple steps in your bench setup to help you beef up your bench. In this video I'm working with Nathan, who is a member of our gym, and we've seen his bench press going from 90 kilos for years to 120 kilos under I think a 3 month period. The first thing I want to talk about in your bench press setup will be your stabilizer. So when you're setting up on your bench, you should be having 3 points of contact. The first point of contact will be your rear delt, which is up here on your back. The second point of contact should be your butt, and your last point of contact should be your foot. So what you can see on the clip here is Nathan setting up on the bench, setting up his rear delt. So doing so is obviously like stepping on the bench and really pinning his rear delt into the bench, as you can see in the clip there. So that will help you stabilize your lift. It's going to make sure that you stay tight and really pin to the bench under those 3 points, which are your delt, your bum, and your legs. So what stabilizing your delt or really pinning your delt into the bench does is really making sure that you remove your shoulders out of the equation. So by going from here to retracting your shoulders and your scapula, then pinning into the bench, you're really taking your shoulders out of the equation when it comes to benching. Now I want to touch on your wrist position as you're benching. And over the years, and I used to be one of those as well, who literally bench with the wrist totally bent, as you can see, like that. So what you see in this clip is Nathan benching with his wrist straight, not bent, straight. What happens when you bend your knee, your wrist, is you put a lot of tension down here, and what's happening, you're starting to hurt. There is a reason why powerlifters and elite lifters use wrist wrap, so make sure that they keep their wrists aligned as they're lifting. One thing you need to remember is you generate more force with a wrist aligned compared to the wrist being bent. Imagine asking you to punch me. Will you be punching me like this with a wrist straight, or will you be punching me with that, with bent wrist? Think about it. So what you want to make sure as you're pressing the weight, no matter what the weight is, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that your wrist is straight. It will bend slightly as you go through the weight, as you increase the weight, but ideally you want to work towards having a wrist straight. The final point is, as you go into the bench press motion, and again as you can see on the clip, you want to really make sure that you don't flare out your elbows. How many times have we seen bench pressing like that? Which is pretty much a shoulder press on the bench, because you're just going like that with a 90-degree angle between your elbows and your back, right? What you want to do instead is really have your shoulders in. By doing so, you're engaging your lats, you're engaging your triceps, and you generate more force because your chest is getting more into the lift. Do something, just stand now, stay like that, and then just press. Feel how much your chest is engaged compared to bringing your elbows at a 45-degree angle. Then you will feel a bit more engagement. So what you want to do as you're pressing, you want to press in with your elbows in, lats engaged and tight, rear delts really pinned to the bench. Right, so the last point we're going to touch on today is your foot position. When positioning your foot for the bench press, you want to make sure of two things. One, you want to make sure that your foot are firmly planted to the floor. Now, there will be cases of people actually benching tiptoeing, which is fine. I mean, if you can generate leverage from your toes, it's okay, but ideally you should be working toward having your foot firmly planted to the floor. The second and the most important principle is to make sure that you keep your knees below your hips every time. So what that does is making sure that if you need to generate a leg drive to push more weight, you will be able to do so because your knees are below your hips. Therefore, you can push the weight up using your legs. It's called a leg drive. This is a technique which is mostly used by advanced lifters. You don't really need to do it, but if you feel the need to, and if you feel that you want to dig deeper into that, please feel free. So here you have it, 3 tips that will help you beef up your bench press. Number 1, make sure that you pin your delts to the bench. Number 2, make sure that when you're benching, you're not flaring out your elbows. Number 3, make sure that your foot are positioned well. Keep your knees below your hips throughout the lift in case you need to generate leg drive. Until then, it was only base.
Only there. Right there. And press down. Press down and then hold it down as well. Are you in all black? That's not very helpful.
I've got pink on underneath the house.